Good morning and welcome. It's almost Friday. Almost. We're almost there. And we have a great text today. Luke chapter 8. Come with me. We're going to start verse 40. This is in my translation. A girl restored to life and a woman healed. We're going to talk about this. Is the, if you don't have, I know somebody was telling me to listen to this when they drive in the morning, so don't look this up. I'll narrate accordingly. Uh, this is the I want to, well, actually not verse 40. I'm going to focus a little later. Um, 43, right? A woman who had been suffering for hemorrhages for 12 years, and though she had spent all she had on physicians, no one could cure her. She came up behind Jesus and touched the fringe of his clothes, and immediately the hemorrhages stopped. Then Jesus asked, "Who touched me?" And all denied it. Peter said, "Master, the crowds surround you and press in on you." But Jesus said, "Someone touched me, for I noticed that power had gone out from me." When the woman saw she could not remain hidden, she came trembling. Falling down before him, she declared in the presence of all the people why she had touched him and how she had been healed immediately. Let's stop right here real quick. Interesting, the story, right? What's happening? We have these crowds, this woman who's hemorrhaging. So she's unclean in the strictest views of the law, God's law. Blood, well, not the strictest, the second, probably most. Death, deadly, dead bodies, dead things is the most unclean. Then things that are openly bleeding would be the second most unclean thing. And for one to be able to participate in worship in the life of the temple, one would have to be clean, and these rituals could take weeks. So this woman, realizing who Jesus is, at least as a teacher and a healer, knows that by her touching him, she's tainted him. She's made him not allowed to worship for weeks. She's made him unclean. She's ashamed, but she has faith that God will heal her. See, about this moment, it's that pause of, uh-oh. It's clear Jesus knows someone's touched him, and she thinks she's about to be in huge trouble, right? She had the faith to go out and try this. Now she's going to pay. What's Jesus' response? Jesus said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace." Sometimes a little bit of faith looks daring. Or should I say it's daring to have some faith in hard times. Jesus, God and Jesus Christ tells her that she's done nothing wrong. In fact, she has had faith that Jesus is the Messiah, that Jesus is Lord. That God has the power to heal her when no other physicians or any other sources she had tried could. Your faith has made you well. Go in peace. Like I said, sometimes having a little faith takes courage, even if we know it's right. Sometimes, even when we know the truth about God and what God can do, it still can be a little scary. But also, faith can be healing. This is a double one here today, right? It can take courage, but also faith has the power to heal us. Faith has the power to make us whole again. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. But what I am saying is that God can do marvelous things, maybe even through that doctor, right? Why do you think Jesus made it a point? He knew someone touched him. He could have just kept going. Why did Jesus stop and make a scene? Make her come out and say, "Yes, it was me." Why did he do that? To make this exact point, right? Jesus knew how this was going to be perceived. Faith isn't keeping boxes of clean or unclean. Faith is something living that's unafraid to reach out and touch what God has placed before us. Don't be afraid to be bold in faith today. Take that risk. Reach out.